Yo guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are starting a new My NBA series on the channel. If you guys are a long-time subscriber of the channel, you know that I like to have more than one My League running on the channel. And from your guys' suggestion, we're going to be starting one with the Boston Celtics. Big ups to Zay for the suggestion down in the comments. I'm excited to get this one going. I despise the Boston Celtics in real life because, you know, big Bucks fan, but I did one with the Sixers. We won a ring with the Sixers. I'm open to it. So before I do get started, though, as always, if you do enjoy these series, make sure you drop a like, comment, and a subscription down below. Turn on those post notifications so you'll be the first ones to all of these beautiful videos. Let's get right into the office. Let's get to work. So editing me here. So before I do get started, I just want to give credit where credit is due. I did not make that montage for this video. Got to give credit to CC34. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I will put the link to the original video in the description. Big ups to him. And yeah, go check out the original video if you enjoyed it. So let's get right into the video. So you guys see here, we are setting up our sliders. This is the difficulty of the sim, not of the gameplay. We're going to have it on Hall of Fame. And then I believe I have to do CPU, the sliders for gameplay difficulty later on when I start playing games. If you guys have seen my other series, you do know that episode 1 is normally just a team building episode, going over the team, who I want to keep, what style of basketball I will be playing. And that's going to be consistent for this series. They added Jason Tatum's max extension. They added, I'm not sure if Jaylen Brown signed that max extension or that extension this off season, but they have Jaylen Brown's extension. They have Tristan Thompson. We have an updated Celtics team, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not a fan of their center position. I'm gonna probably be shipping off Daniel Tice and Tristan Thompson. I'm gonna be shaking up this team quite a lot. We could also move on from Kemba Walker, move on to a younger and more well-rounded point guard. Big ups to Kemba Walker, but he's getting up there in age, and if we want to run multiple seasons with this squad, we do want a younger and more youthful point guard. The two untouchables for this series are going to be obviously Jason Tatum and his young brethren, Jaylen Brown. I do like Jaylen Brown quite a lot. He's an elite shooter. He's a very good up-and-coming two-guard in the league, and he is a great complement to Jason Tatum. So this offseason, when I saw the Celtics picked up Tristan Thompson, I wasn't a big fan of the move, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I don't know how he's going to work. Hindsight's always 20/20. But I'm going to package Tristan Thompson and the Celtics first-round pick for the next season, because we don't plan on being terrible. So that first-round pick is going to be kind of garbage. We could get Hassan Whiteside. We could get Mitchell Robinson. We could bring some youth to the squad. We could get a veteran in DeAndre Jordan. We could pick up a Pacers first. We could get Derrick Rose to run point. I don't want to shop Kemba Walker for Derrick Rose. My favorite trade is for Brook Lopez. We're picking up a little bit more cap. He makes $3 million more per year, but he's a better center. He's a better shooter, and I just overall like Brook Lopez a lot more. And we pick up the Bucks. We get a pick swap with the Bucks, but they do take another second. I'm open to this Brook Lopez trade. I'm gonna get it done, and we're gonna be shipping Tristan Thompson to the Milwaukee Bucks, ultimately making them worse because Tristan Thompson will not fit well alongside Giannis, because obviously Brook Lopez can shoot the ball. I don't know if I'm actually gonna make this trade, but I'm gonna inquire about Kemba Walker, a 2021 our pick swap with the Bucks, and a 2022 first. See what I can get from it. We can get Chris Middleton, but if I'm gonna ship off Kemba Walker, I don't want to ship him off for a non-point guard player. We could get Vooch and Aaron Gordon. I don't like that trade though. We could get John Wall, but I'm not going to downgrade at our point guard position. None of these trades are very enticing, so we're just going to hold on to Kemba there. And I think what I want to do, from my history of doing rebuilds, Jaylen Brown goes up in overall at the 3 position, so that means Marcus Smart can start for us. Let's rebuild rotations. I really love our starting 5. Kemba Walker at the 1, Marcus Smart at the 2, Jaylen Brown at the 3, Jason Tatum at the 4, and then Brook Lopez at the 5. It's a very good starting 5. I do want to round out this bench a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of Jeff Teague. Robert Williams, he could be alright, I suppose. The Celtics aren't a very deep team. I do like Semi Ojeleye. I do like Carson Edwards, of course. Big man Taco Fall. Probably won't give him any minutes, but who knows? Daniel Tice, he honestly can probably stay on the squad. He's a shooting center. I like Tice. I know I said I might ship him off at the start of this episode, but I have changed my mind. The next move I would like to make, possibly, is Jeff Teague and a 2021 second. So we still do have a first-round pick in the draft. It's the Bucks pick. It's not great, but it's a pick. We could get Chris Dunn, bring in some defense to the squad. We could bring in Avery Bradley, who is a solid point guard. We could bring in Kuzma. They don't have his extension. I'm kind of happy about that because he's making rookie money in game. We could get PJ Tucker. Not really liking these trades, man. The Celtics don't have too many assets. Well, they have assets, just not assets I'm willing to ship. So I think we might be sticking with Jeff Teague. I think I figured out why we're not getting that many good trades, because I'm trying to ship off these small contracts, looking for a player like Mitchell Robinson, and we just don't have the cap space because we have 2 max players or 3 max players. Oh, they don't have Tatum's. Oh, Tatum's on his final year of his last contract. Then he has a 5-year max. So we're going to be having 5 max players. We have Brook Lopez, who makes decent money, Marcus Smart, who makes decent money. Then it kind of drops off from there. So when I'm trying to ship off like Jeff Teague, who makes $5 million a year, we don't have enough cap space to bring in another big contract, even though his worth is more than what they're offering. Why I don't get much and I package Kemba in 2 firsts, I don't get. We could get Zach LaVine and Otto Porter. Not a fan of picking up Otto Porter, though. We get Goran. I probably wouldn't want Goran unless he's coming off the bench, if I'm to be honest. The trades haven't got much better. The best trade is still Zach LaVine. Tatum could obviously play a point forward role, and then we could get an off-ball point guard. But honestly, not too sure how I feel about that. I like our starting 5. I don't really want to ship off our core with Kemba, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Tatum. I do like that we brought in Brook Lopez. Everyone on the court can shoot for us. I'm really happy about that. Him and Tice will be sharing the minutes. They're both veteran centers. our bench is just not that great. Granted, I won't be playing with the bench much because our star-studded starting five. I don't know. I want to pick up a few more pieces off the bench. I have someone in mind that I just picked up in my Wizards series, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep signing the same players in each series. I'm going to package Robert Williams in a first, see what I can get for that, see if I can get a backup 2 guard, maybe a backup power 4. We get Thon Maker and JaVale McGee, but that just gives us more centers, which we don't want more centers. We can get Precious Achiuwa from the Heat. We're downgrading it overall, but he's a good, solid young prospect. The Heat are very high on him. We get Landry Shamet to come off the bench there. We get Svi Mikhailuk, Matt Thomas. Matt Thomas is a very elite shooter. I like Matt Thomas. Not too high on any of these besides this Precious Achiuwa trade for Robert Williams. He's higher value. He has a very high upside. I'm very excited to play with Precious. He is going to slot right into our rotation, probably as the 8th man behind Teague and Tice. And then Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown will be getting a lot of minutes because we don't have any backups at their position, unless I might actually make a move that I did in the other series. I think I'm going to cut this Peyton Pritchard guy, send him packing, release him to free agency, and we're going to pick up a veteran shooter, the same exact guy I picked up in my Wizards series. I'm very high on this guy. He's a good shooter. I like him a lot. The man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Korver. Insane shooter. I feel like he could be a big piece for us off the bench. If we need a bucket, we can look to him. He wants a minimum deal. We have the roster space. We are going to throw him a minimum, and he is going to be a Boston Celtic for the 2020-2021 season. As it stands, we have a 10-man rotation. I don't want that deep of a rotation. Naismith probably won't be getting many minutes. I don't know how Celtics fans feel about him, but he probably won't be getting many minutes. 9 men probably won't be our rotation length in the playoffs. We'll probably cut it down to 8 men, and then have Tatum and Jaylen Brown step up their minutes to around 40. So that won't be a big worry for me. Kyle Korver, I saw him in the playoffs on the Bucks. I didn't like it. So he definitely won't be playing big playoff minutes for us, but I will say Teague, Tice, and Precious most likely will. And then obviously our starting 5, which is very nice. I love it. Unless I could pack Brook Lopez in a pick. I'm going to pull the KOT4Q method, change him to a power forward. His value goes up to an 85. We're going to trade Finder Brook Lopez and a first and a second. I know I throw around picks a lot, but like I said, I don't plan on being a bad team. So throwing around picks is kind of easy for me. I could bring in Karis LeVert. Then we'd be down to starting center Christian Wood. But like I said, then we'd be down to starting center. There's Sekou, there's Boucher. Anthony Edwards could be a big piece, but like I said, we'll be down to starting center. Kelly Oubre. We could bring back Tristan Thompson, but I'm not with it. Jonas Valanciunas is Hassan Whiteside's our best bet. He's making the minimum. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to do this Hassan Whiteside trade. Go here. I've done this in rebuilds before. Make him a power forward, he goes up to an 88. And then instantly flip Hassan Whiteside. Pack him up with a second and a first. Instantly flip him. And then, okay, that flopped. That flopped really badly. That flopped. That's so bad. Can we just hit the reset button? Okay, we need to add $8 million. Nemanja Bjelica. That's what they use to flip this trade. And then we'll take on Robert Woodard. Is that a good straight swap? We're not interested. How about I make you interested? You want a second? You want a first? Okay. We get Brook Lopez back. Excited about that. I don't know. In a lot of my rebuilds, I'm able to take a Hassan Whiteside, make him a power forward, his overall skyrockets, and then flip him for like a Jamal Murray or Devin Booker. But that didn't work here. Because, bro, I don't know why I thought it would work. We don't have cap space. So the AI wants us to run a 11-man rotation. I strongly disagree. We're going to be running Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, and Tatum at heavy minutes. And then, where's Korver? I accidentally traded Korver. Hold on. I have to go get Korver back. Give me a second. Okay, we got Korver back. Oh, my Lord. Okay, So Corver's going to slot right in as the 9th man. Aaron Naismith can take Woodard's spot. I mean, that's just if I want to use him in game. We're going to take away Tice's minutes that she was and Teague's, and then give Corver those minutes. He's going to be playing 13 per game. Okay, I like this rotation. We're solidifying this as our starting 5. Okay, so we're looking here at the salary cap breakdown. So it's looking like we have 124 million in team salaries. We have 7.5 before we hit the luxury tax, and then I'm assuming we have a little bit more before we hit the hard cap. So I think I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. Bring back a player that got done dirty by the Celtics. Don't know how Celtics fans are going to feel about this one. Don't know how they're going to feel about this one. We're going to cut Woodard because didn't really want him on the team anyway. We are going to go talk to Isaiah Thomas. I think we should be able to offer him his $7 million deal he wants, because we have room before in the luxury tax. He wants $9 million. We can give him $5 million. We'll give you a no trade clause. Okay, he's not willing to come back to Boston for that much money, just because we can't offer him over $5 million, over $5.76 million, even though it says we have $7 million before we hit the luxury tax, which doesn't really make sense to me, because I'm willing to go under the luxury tax to win a championship. All right, so that is most likely going to wrap up this episode 1 of this Celtics Miley. We're going to be running a more defensive lineup. It doesn't really fit with Kemba, but it fits with the other 4 guys on the court, especially Brook Lopez, one of the best big man defenders in the league, and that fits Brad Stevens as a coach. So that's going to wrap up this first episode of the Celtics My League. In episode 1 or 2, we will be playing the season opener against the 76ers, a big Eastern Conference rivalry for the #1 seed in the East. And if you guys did enjoy, as always, make sure you drop a like, comment, description down below. And if you have any suggestions for who you want me to bring into the team, let me know in the comments. And as always, peace.